Hey everybody, and welcome back. So this is the exciting AwSHUX weekend, and we are demoing a whole bunch of games. This is the Menace Among Us. And special guest, we have Jeff Gum, who is the designer of the game. Say hey, Jeff. Oh, actually, hold on.
Hello.
I need to bring everyone in.
They can't see me.
There we go.
There we go.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Jeff.
And of course, we've got our instigator team as well. So we've got Fred and Wyatt and Chief Engineer Jonathan. So this is going to be a smaller version of this game. This actually seats up to 8. But we're going to see how it works with just we 5. And it's still a pretty tight game at that. So shall we dive right in, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me get my screen up. Okay, there we go.
Tabletop simulator, so I can't see what you're doing.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So if you have if you can see the screen, go ahead and block that, because if you see my hand, it'll be giving everything away. All right.
I have
so,
minimized that window.
Great. All right. So for those of you who don't know the Menace Among Us, this is a hidden agenda. Deep space game of betrayal. We are in a struggling starship.
Turn that down to 45.
The engine is dead. There's 0 energy left in it. And there's only limited oxygen. We have to bring the engine back online without suffocating to death, with the oxygen dropping to 0. Now, among our crew, there are going to be Menace players, and at 5, Jeff, at 5 players, how many Menaces?
We have 2 Menace and 3 Loyal Crew in a 5-player game.
Okay, so there we go. And actually, so the 5-player game is a pretty challenging game, quite honestly.
I would say it's probably the hardest player count for the crew. Yeah.
Yep. So what we're going to do is first, we're going to deal agendas, and this is going to determine who everyone is here at the table. So for you, the viewers at home, I will show you mine. So this will tell us whether we're Loyal Crew, or it might say Menace along the top of the card there. It tells us what our group goal is. So the Loyal Crew members are trying to save the ship, and the Menace are trying to either destroy the ship or kill everybody. And then everyone also has, with the star shape, a goal that is unique to them. And some of those might be counter-purposed. For example, there might be someone who needs someone at the table to die. It might be a horrible menace, but it doesn't matter. They need someone to die in order to win. And that means there might be cards in their hand or that they play that cause some suspicion, but don't necessarily mean they are the menace. And that's kind of the fun subterfuge here. For those of you who have not played on this tabletop simulator, you'll see at the top right of your agenda, there's a button that says Get Cards. Click that. It will deal your 13-card starting deck based on your agenda, and everyone has a different set of cards. So once you know what your goal is, what special rules may apply just to you, then we're going to now deal out cards. All right, and everyone can take a look at what mine says here.
So yeah,
right.
Fred, do you see you need to make sure you select to get you'll get a below action deck in front of you if you click on the Get Cards button.
Yep.
Up in the right corner, Fred.
Got it.
There you go.
Perfect.
Okay, so now we're going to deal out characters. Everyone gets 3. You're going to choose 1. Now, when you choose one, since you know how you're trying to win, either destroy the ship or save the ship, now you can see it's got these cards down at the bottom, below deck actions. Those 7 cards are going to be added to the rest of your deck. So you're shuffle building, and it's unique every time you play. You also have above deck actions. These are abilities that are special to you. Kind of represents what happens when you're on the bridge. So some of them have costs, and they all have benefits. So choose what you think is going to help you win the game, and that's really the one you should grab. I think this is going to be good for me. And we can just discard these other ones that we're not using. And just like the others, this has a little button on the lower left to add more cards to your deck and then shuffle. Now, that said, the agenda in your hand, you can rotate just like that, so it separates it out from your other deck cards. You're going to draw a hand.
Like play it.
Right. You're going to draw 3 into your hand, and all of these cards are absolutely secret. So when you either discard a card or play a card, you're going to first flip it in your hand before you put it out, and that way no one will know what you're playing, because we all have different cards, and that knowledge could tip off who you are. So as I mentioned, the Loyal Crew is trying to save the ship, and there are a lot of cards in this game. Let's talk about those a moment. So there are 3 categories of cards. There are good cards, the most important of which is raise morale. There's only one way to increase the oxygen on board, and that is with raise morale, to bring it up 1. Advanced repair. At the cost of 1 oxygen, the energy goes up 2, and that's the other thing we're trying to do, is bring the energy back online. So a 2-for-1 trade is excellent. We'll take it every time. Command. Costs an oxygen, but every crew member gets to draw a below-deck action card from their personal deck to their hand. Now, that's a great economy because normally it can take your whole turn to draw a card. Neutral cards are conditional, so Replicate is going to duplicate one of the cards, and we don't know whether that's going to be good or bad, so neutral. Basic repair, you are about to, get an energy for an oxygen, but that 1-for-1 trade is something that even the bad guys can feel pretty good about. Brawl and Backstab are both ways in which players get wounded, so that sounds terrible. But the Menace players have to be eliminated, and therefore security forces on board are going to have those cards in order to deal with that threat. Brawl, the current mission leader chooses someone to wound. Backstab, the current mission leader takes the wound. These other cards are just terrible. Airlock Breach, the air goes down. Explosion, the energy goes down too. Panic, costs an oxygen and everyone discards a card at random. And Reactor Leak, if you're not wounded when this card is played, and you already played a card, well, you're wounded now. Those, if any of those are suspected as being played by you, we have to think the worst of you. So, but on your turn, it's very simple. You're going to either draw a card, play a card, or use one of your above-deck actions. Okay, so that is kind of the overview. I'm actually going to take the mission leader as the first player, and this will pass around.
White is sus taking the mission leader thing.
I know, so super suspicious. I know.
How do I get my last 7 cards?
So you have to click on the there's a button there too.
Oh, there we go. I got it.
Yep.
Shuffle up and draw.
I feel like someone's not listening to my great instructions, Fred.
I was listening. I
No,
had a hard
it's the
time
first
deciding
thing I
the character.
said.
I was trying to figure out how to destroy the ship. I mean, save the ship.
Orange is sus.
All right, let's see. I'm going to switch over to comments so I can see things come in. All right, next up. Now I'm going to choose one of the 3 things to do, and I think for right now, I'm going to draw a card as my first action.
Very well.
So,
Well, perhaps also we should go around and introduce our characters.
Oh, yes, thank you. So, I am Chief Prillig, Security Chief. And I have some interesting abilities. My
character is... Oh, yeah, you want to go with the character powers?
That's cool. We'll talk about them as they come up.
Sure. I'm playing as Rhea Triton, who does not do character voices.
But is diagnostics. Okay, who's the doctor?
That's me. I'm sorry. I am Rotini Vestine. Is that how you would say it?
Sure.
Close enough.
It is
Whatever,
now.
right?
Yeah.
Whatever works. I am the medical officer with above deck actions that will lower the oxygen. 1 for blood work, which I choose a crew member. That crew member publicly reveals a card from their hand. Or 2 oxygen to provide first aid. Choose a crew member. That crew member removes a wound.
Right. So that is pretty handy. Obviously, it's great for helping our team, but it's also a great way to burn oxygen if you are a menace. So everything is kind of counter-purpose. You never know exactly why someone is doing what they're doing. All right.
All right. I'm Sigmund Roth, and I'm the navigator.
Okay.
And
Sweet.
I can choose to play 2 below deck actions at once. Or I can spend an oxygen, draw 3 cards, and then put a below deck action card on the bottom of my deck.
Okay. And then we got.
I'm Rugini Golgi.
Motorman.
No. Sorry, getting there. I do character voices. We just do the thing with the motor. We keep it going. It's all good.
All right. So I have drawn. So, Rhea, what are you doing?
I'm going to be playing a card. Oh, and this is... Yeah, should probably mention for anyone here who's playing on TTS for the first time, if you play a card, make sure you flip the card in your hand before pulling it out, because otherwise it'll show what it is.
Okay. Doctor, what are you doing?
Oh,
Bless you.
thank you.
I am going to draw a card.
Okay. Interesting.
You know what? I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to play a card.
Okay. 2 cards played.
I'm going to set that right there.
Well, actually, you may want to just place it kind of...
Okay.
Okay. All right. As is my job, I will fix the ship, and I will play a below deck action.
Okay. So 3 cards have been played. That's important because if half of the crew complement does not play a card face down, then Emma, the emergency maintenance assistant, will end up adding cards to the stack. And Emma has also been compromised. She holds 1 terrible card of each type, and that's kind of a good way to screen what you're doing. Meanwhile, everyone is going to give me their cards as the mission leader. Just drop those over here. And with 3 cards, Emma does not contribute anything. So,
Not yet.
shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I don't know who gave me what. We are going to replicate something. I hope it is something good.
Okay.
It is not something good. This
Of course
is
not.
panic.
Oh, no.
So, first off, we're all going to lose 2 oxygen from our reserves. 1, 2. Then we're
Just the
all
one.
going... Oh, just the one?
Yeah,
Oh, it's the
replicate
first
copies
time.
of the effect, not the cost.
Is that right? I did not
Yep.
know that. I've been playing that wrong for years.
Yeah, replicate only copies the effect. It does not copy the cost.
Okay. Well, it is a random sacrifice from your hand.
Well,
so
I only have 2, so I'm going to just discard those 2 cards.
Yeah, those of
Fancy.
us that have played cards
I have 4, so
Cards
someone
are
has
just
to choose
discarding our
2 from
hands.
me.
So I'm gonna flip my. Oops. I'm gonna.
you can turn your whole hand face down with flip.
Yeah, I got to
shuffle your
back out
hand,
the
and
screen
then-
to do it.
That way.
And shuffle, shuffle, and I'll get rid of.
Heck.
Whoops.
Yeah, don't
That
discard
didn't
your
work.
whole hand.
I will try not to now. So now I gotta do it all over again. Okay. 1, 2. Okay. So now flip and flip. Okay. So last card. Okay, well that is good. The energy goes up 2 with the advanced repair at the cost of 1 oxygen. So, I'm thinking the panic. That is a bad card. So, one of the 3 people who played cards is probably a menace. And who was that? We had Rhea,
Man,
Golgi,
Yep.
Sigmund.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good
Yeah,
to know.
I didn't play a card.
Good to know. And these get discarded.
yeah. As you may notice on my card, I do have 3 advanced repair. I'm just going to let you know.
Well, thank you, Golgi. All right. New mission leader.
Yep. Well, I have no cards in hand, and both of my above deck actions require me to have cards in hand, so I believe I'm going to draw.
Makes sense.
I'm going to play a card.
I am going to use my above deck action and formulate. So I'm going to spend an oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
But I get 3 cards in my hand. And I put 1 on the bottom of my deck.
Okay, very good. So hopefully you got something good out of that.
I, of course, will right now just draw 1.
So interesting. You decided not to rush.
Well, because I don't know if you know, but I've got a lot of backstab.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
And so I could rush, but then I could also accidentally stab someone.
Which would be unfortunate.
What do you
I
mean?
think.
Yeah, I would prefer not to be stabbed.
Thanks, Golgi.
Well, you do that. Give me 1
That's
second.
something a menace would say, I think.
All right. I am going to. Oh.
Oh, that's early.
Oh. I think I'm going to privately take a look. Click 1. 1 energy cost for me to take a look at this card. And
Next time, to save you some headache, you could probably just search it.
well, now the whole audience can see. Okay. Well, that's good information.
I thought it was.
Chief Prelig has no concerns about the doctor.
Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that's it. So only 1 card was played?
Mm-hmm.
That means that
Oh.
there's insufficient crew. Emma assisting. Whoosh. Whoosh. All right.
I'm going to collect these up.
Oh, I'm glad you got to look at that card, Security Chief.
Yep.
And we've got
Oh,
Ooh.
a
reactor leak.
so reactor leak.
Uh-oh.
Anyone who played below card decks this round receives a wound. Only 1 person did.
That would be
That's
the
me.
doctor.
The doctor is hit with a wound, and it is a crushed windpipe. You cannot speak for the rest of the game other than out of game communications.
Well, I guess I could turn off my mic.
All right,
we got
everybody's
rid
up
of round.
1. That's good.
And our last card,
Another panic.
another panic.
But I'm pretty sure that came from Emma. So we lose an air.
You would know. So everybody discard a random card again.
All right.
Hmm.
All right. I don't have enough information, so off we go. Next round.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like this trend. This and that
It is not
going
good.
the right way.
No,
Yeah.
I do not
Yeah.
like it at all.
We're a little behind the curve.
Sarah is wondering if she can jump in. I am sorry, Sarah. Once we start, it is hard to get someone else in. But I feel you here in spirit, and that's the important.
What are you doing that you can't tell us about?
I'm gonna draw a card.
All right, Doctor draws. Sigmund.
I am also going to draw.
Okay. Golgi.
I do not want to kill our doctor. I will also draw.
All right. Well, Chief Prillig is definitely playing. Let's get some cards on the table.
Yeah, it's gonna be a draw.
Okay. That means that 2 Emma cards come in. Insufficient crew. There you go. Mission leader. Reveal those cards. All right, 1 for 1. That is a basic repair.
Yep.
So go ahead and click that, Fred. And the oxygen goes up.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, but we do have an explosion. And we lose all of our energy again. Well, things were
I
going
guess
well.
you know whose team Emma's on this game, huh?
Yeah, that's not going extremely well.
I mean, to be fair, Kurt did play one.
I
Kurt's the
did
only one that
play
played a
one.
card.
And
You didn't play a card.
And I did so after a whole bunch of people did not.
yes.
Just saying.
But most of Emma's bad cards are already through, which means the majority of her deck right now is decent cards.
All right.
Okay, I am going to play a card.
Do not like the card in my hand. However, I am okay if I stab the navigator. So I'm going to rush.
All right. So the ability rush means that instead of taking the whole turn to draw a card, you can draw a card, look at it, and then immediately play it, which is great, except if it's a bad card, which you do have bad cards, it could activate. Oh, so now to me. I just have to draw a card.
Same. Just drawing a card.
Drawing a card.
Come on, people.
It's okay.
Listen, we keep on getting these panics out. There's not much choice.
All right, shuffle that up. Oh, that's good. Advanced repair.
Hey,
And -1 for the air. Go ahead. 1 and 1 for the basic.
I can actually click the thing. And then another
Okay. Now, the one thing that we should note, and this is a great example, the engines are pretty old. They can only accept 5 increments of energy before they won't take any more. So we're at the threshold,
Yeah.
but we did get it.
Okay. Now Regine takes over. I will play this card in my hand. Actually, no. You know what I'm going to do? One better. You know what? I probably should wait to end. No, I'm going to play below deck action. You're going to get my card.
I am also going to play
Hmm. So we have 2 cards out, and I'm right in the middle.
Yeah, go ahead. Play a card, trader.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw.
You keep making me laugh. It hurts my throat. Crushed windpipe, you know.
Oh, did you draw a card?
I did draw a card.
Doctor, it's up to you.
Well, I'm going to play a card.
Well, in which case, I need some cards. I'm going to formulate a plan.
Draw 3 and put 1 below. That costs an oxygen.
Yep,
Wow.
I clicked it.
Okay.
I think Wyatt's a traitor. Keeps spending all our oxygen.
Man, we gotta have shit to do.
Okay, sorry, I grabbed a card. Everyone put your card on my card. Because we don't need any Emma assistance. Okay, so we flip over. What do we get?
1 and 1.
So we go up, we go down.
And we do it again.
We go up, we go down.
I still feel like we're dropping too much oxygen.
Read
Yeah.
the last one. Again, we go up, we go down.
Did we pick characters that have oxygen? The doctor has a bunch.
I've got some.
Mhm.
Oh, this went on top of here, so I'm going to
Be the top 3.
move the top ones on my card.
Okay.
Dear Tabletop Simulator, stop.
I am going to help you. Okay.
Okay, so you are now the mission leader.
What do I want to do here? Yeah, I just have to draw a card, I think.
Yeah, I can play a card.
I'm going to draw a card.
I will play.
It's interesting. Fred, I can't figure you out. You keep on doing things that I don't expect either way.
That's how you play this game.
Uh-huh.
But I think
you know
I know
what?
I think I know who the 2 traitors are. At least one of them.
I am going to rush. Which means this card is being played.
Okay, so hand them over to me.
Here you go, mission leader.
No, that didn't stack.
And
So-
Jeff, this is your card you're giving me as well?
Oh, yep, right there.
Okay. All right. No Emma.
Nope.
Shuffle. Yeah. Okay. Why am I not
Yep.
surprised?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I am wounded because this is a backstab which hits the mission leader, which I am. We flip it over and it's just a flesh wound. There's nothing other terrible happening. But it only takes 2 wounds to kill a player, so
Mhm.
still not a joke. The air goes up, however.
Okay.
And we get 2 energy at the cost of an air.
Okay.
That's better.
Hello, I have the pistol.
You have the pistol.
I have the pistol.
Really?
Yeah.
You think you know
Really?
who the traitor is. Now,
I know
I
who
should-
one is for sure.
I want to
That's
explain.
what I said.
I want to explain for our viewers that unlike other games with hidden agendas, accusing people is very dangerous in this game, unless you're sure. Because if you're wrong, we could stand to lose 3 oxygen.
Oh,
And that player is no longer part of the voting block, and they lose their above deck actions because they are sequestered below decks. So you can't vote them, out. They're still playing. They're just really restricted. But once you take the pistol, you're calling the vote officially. There's no take back, so there will be a vote where we either can abstain or we're going to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown to point at one of the characters at the table, and we'll do that with our fingers. But first, Golgi, what are we thinking?
I think it's the goddamn navigator.
What?
Every time.
What?
That first one I was super
agree.
suspicious. But I'll tell you right now,
agree.
that navigator, don't trust him.
Yep.
Quite honestly, I am also not really thinking much about diagnostics, Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
I am not sure, but I tell you right now, 100% I am sure about the navigator.
Yep.
I played two rounds with good neutral cards. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was just that first hand that went bad, but I wasn't the only one that played in that.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I know what I played, and it was very good.
Rhea was in that too, so
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen anything conclusive, but since we have a vote, and I think there are 2 that I'm leaning towards, all right, well, we'll see how it goes. All right, so what's going to happen is I'm going to count down 3, 2, 1, and then everyone moves their cursor to the character card they think is a menace. All right, any last comments before we do so?
No, I want to get on with it already.
3, 2, 1, point. All right, there's 3 over on the navigator and only 2 on Rhea. That means that majority is here. You must reveal your agenda.
Let's see it.
And you are, in fact, one of the Menace players. You're the
Yeah.
Contagion. Now, the Contagion is particularly good at airlock breaches and explosions. The other Menace is good at killing people. So,
Mission leader, I suggest we gain the 2 bonus for exiling them.
that is correct. As you see in the green boxes, we do get 2 air for correctly identifying them. However, they are not dead, and so we still have to try to kill them.
That would be the wrong way
That's the
there.
wrong way.
Oh.
One,
Clearly
2.
white is still very sus.
All right, this is moving on.
All right. My hand is not particularly helpful right now, but we are at a better spread than we were, so I feel okay using my system refresh. I'm going to spend one of our energy to shuffle my hand into my deck, and then I'm going to draw 3 cards.
Okay. Well, if you're not getting what you need, then that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
All right, Doctor. Now, here's the thing. The other Menace player is good at killing people, and we have potentially 2 loyal crew members that are wounded.
I can heal if you are willing for me to spend the oxygen.
I think that's not a terrible idea.
That's true.
Who should I heal?
I do not have an opinion.
It's probably best to heal the doctor in case we need more.
That is true. Heal the doctor.
All right. 2 oxygen, heal the doctor.
And that'll just go over here.
As much as I cannot stand the sound of his
Get rid of
voice.
that crushed windpipe that we've been ignoring anyway.
I can speak again. It feels good.
God damn it, what have we done?
Colin is watching, and he's like, "This escalated quickly." It has.
it usually does.
Yeah. Colin and Cindy were almost going to join us tonight, but they missed it by that much. All right, so let's see. Where we
Is the navigator and the brig may do a below deck action.
Oh, yes. So the Menace. What is the
mhm.
Menace going to be doing? Now, the Menace can no longer use their above deck actions. Whoops, sorry.
Don't steal my cards.
You know what? Now that we know that that menace is there, I'm going to do some damage control.
And the damage says...
I pay 1 energy, but if it's an airlock break, explosion, or panic, we gain 3 instead.
I think that is an excellent use of an energy.
Yes, it is.
So go ahead and deduct that.
Already done.
Okay. All right. I am going... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play this card.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's 2. That's something different. That's not... It's over here.
I'm not sure what them.
Yeah, I don't know these either, but we won't care. Right now, that goes there, and we need an Emma card.
Insufficient crew. Emma assisting.
Yeah, I think those are probably discards that did not get discarded after you revealed them.
Yeah, that's
All
what
right,
I'm
mission
thinking.
leader.
All right, first card.
There we go.
Very good. We appreciate that.
Up to
My engines love you more.
our second card.
Airlock breach.
Airlock breach.
However...
1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the end of the round. End of the round. Okay.
Yeah.
End
So
of the
we
round, yep.
still go down the 1.
Yep.
And we go down 1 and go up 2 again.
Mhm.
And then it's the end of the round. Damage control triggers, so we're going to go up 3 more. And damage
Wow.
control ignores the engine limit.
Perfect.
I am feeling a little bit better now.
Yeah.
So who played cards that turn?
I did.
Right. And Emma, so that was good. Okay. Okay.
Mission leader moves
Mhm.
on. You know what though? No. No.
Wow.
We are so close. I would not try it unless you
Okay.
are sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
but
a mistake.
You're right.
You'll
You're right. I'll leave it alone.
Okay.
All right.
Doctor.
I am going to.
It's tempting. I just can't risk the 3 air.
Right? Because if you're wrong, then we are very, very much in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a card.
Okay. Traitor.
I drew.
Okay, then I will rush. So I will draw my card to see what it is. And then I will flip it over, and then I will play the card.
Damn it. You know, here's the problem. I don't have any cards left, and I don't think anything... Part of me wants to spend an oxygen to keep myself alive, but I think I'm just going to draw a card.
Okay.
All right, diagnostic.
I'm actually going to use my efficiency ability to play 2 cards.
Traitor.
Uh-oh.
This is the traitor move. This is the big...
Yep.
This is
What?
the big traitor move. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Big traitor right here.
All right, okay.
We're done for.
We shall see. Shuffle him up, Doctor.
Yeah, shuffling. I bet you there's 2 bad cards in here. There's 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a
There's
penny.
1.
Oxygen goes down 1, and everyone gets rid of a card.
I only have 1.
Me too.
I had none.
And that really slows down everybody. Wyatt, did you get rid of 1?
Oh, no. Sorry.
Yeah, discard 1.
Just not paying attention at all.
Now the oxygen is back.
Okay, someone
Raise
had the
morale.
oxygen.
Oh, is that shocking or what?
Another air. Did someone?
Did you
yeah,
take
there we
down
go.
the air?
No,
No,
I
no.
didn't.
Okay.
Mission leader touches it, otherwise it becomes such a mess.
Yeah.
And anyone who has a card, Wyatt, you're losing another card.
Okay.
Go ahead, Menace. You don't need that card.
We're like,
And-
you all didn't need that card.
Well, you can just
God damn it!
just
Who's
smack the menace.
That's what I plan on doing. Jeff, you could take a wound.
Okay.
Frenzied says.
I am frenzied.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I shuffle my hand and put it on top of my deck, and as long as I have this wound. If I would draw a card, instead look at it and play it as if it was in my hand. So basically, I no
Oh.
longer have a hand, but I gain rush.
Actually, that is probably pretty good since no one has cards. That's actually going to help you.
yeah.
Damn it.
Okay.
Well, the mission leader is now the menace.
No, are they not exiled? Do they still become mission leader?
Believe it or not.
Style player still
Okay.
gets
Really?
mission leader. Yep.
Well, all I can do is draw a card, so.
Well, let me
Why
see.
why would we make that person a mission leader?
I'm
It's-
going to say part of me is wondering, should I do damage control or should I rush?
You should rush.
I should rush.
You should
I
rush
believe
it.
you. I agree. I will rush now. Yeah.
And I sadly just have to draw one.
I am in a frenzy, so I draw a card, and it immediately comes out.
And one from Emma. Oh, no, sorry, Doctor.
Well, I don't have any cards, so I have to draw a card.
Okay. So, Emma is there.
Okay, so the mission leader, I will put my card there as well.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I will, there we go. You,
Here's what we do. Oh, you got it. Hooray!
Yay!
Did you already click it?
I clicked it. Sorry.
remember, let the mission leader touch,
I can't tap
even
it.
if they are the menace.
Ooh,
Oh,
actually.
snap. Who played cards?
I played a card.
It was
John.
both of us rushed plus one from Emma.
Okay, so just
Yeah.
Jonathan is hit.
Yep.
With brain damage.
Oh,
Is that the one where you can only follow?
Yep.
Repeat the action of the previous crew member.
Yep. So if someone else
Which-
does an above deck or below deck or a draw, you have to do the same thing.
Mhm.
Becoming the mission leader, though, you're not going to suffer the penalty
Have
of
that
it.
problem.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Okay.
Man, I don't know if I want to do this move.
3 characters with wounds.
Mhm. Part of me for sure is like, I maybe want to grab the gun, but I think I may have to. Should I rush? Oh, I don't want to rush.
Wait a
Rushing
second, wait a
is
second.
bad.
If it, well, here's the thing. Rhea has efficiency and can play too, but has no cards right now.
Mhm.
So,
And I cannot gain cards.
right. So that's not a danger.
Well, if it is a bad thing, then yes, it is danger, right? I could do the thing where I do the damage control.
No, I think we sprint. Let's go for the engine.
Okay, so
Yep.
you want me to rush?
Yeah.
I will rush. He's good, I'll take. Pretty good. Alright.
I'm playing.
Cool.
I am frenzied.
I'm actually going to play, since we're rushing for the engine.
Oh my God, this.
Uh-oh.
Everyone
This-
put it on my card. I told you. I was thinking I should have done damage control.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing to be aware of: is
Colin
oxygen
says,
hitting
"There's
0%
still good in you. I
cause the
can
crew
feel it."
to lose immediately, whereas
Yes.
the energy
Fine.
reaching 100 causes the crew to win at the end of the round. So
Right.
if it hits
So,
100, but we still run out of
Yeah.
air, well, we know there's a panic in there somewhere.
Oh, I think we have a problem.
Probably
Oh.
do.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
girl tried too hard.
Oh
This is
wait,
too bad.
wait.
air.
Wait, I'm just gonna say you that maybe if I rush,
air.
Air.
Yep, that's it.
we
the
go
air goes
by
up one.
up by one, and then we have a panic. Oh no, I have no cards. I am so sad.
And
That's a win. Win for the crew.
It was
Loyal
totally-
crew member.
Mhm.
Oh, but I screwed up.
Yeah,
I was
I-
definitely the second man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got screwed because all of Emma's cards that would have masked my cards came up in the first two hands. So after I played that first one, I couldn't slip any of my others in
Yeah,
because they had already been played out of Emma's deck.
yeah.
So actually, all the rest of them, I was just playing good cards.
Oh,
My
so
problem
I-
is that I did not complete my personal goal, which was have my agenda face up. I had to have more suspicion on me, and I didn't cause it.
No, like, you did a little bit where I thought I'm like Kurt, but no, you started playing. I'm like, no, Kurt's not.
Yeah.
Kurt's
Yeah.
I was hoping.
I thought it first, and then I was like, oh no, you're not.
I was actually relying on the fact that the Menace was going to try to kill me outright, and then I would reveal this, and I'd be okay and win. And Jonathan, no individual goal. You definitely won.
I believe
And
Jonathan is the only one who won.
That's correct,
Yep.
because no one died in this game, and therefore the Vengeant also could not win. So, Jonathan, you are one loyal crew member who won the game.
Yeah.
It's like I'm good. Maybe last time I won the game as well, but I switched sides halfway through, so that was fine.
Oh, that's great. So, hey, Jeff, while we have you, man, talk to us a little bit about the inspiration for this game and all the different way all the pieces kind of fit together.
Sure. So this game was in the boiler for a long time, like maybe 7 or 8 years, and
Wow.
it's gone through a lot of variations. It started out as an RPG, which then turned into a small box 25 card game, which turned out not to work. Like originally, it would be you had a hand of cards that you would just pull back at the end of the round, but it became really easy to tell who played what doing it that way. So it turned into the shuffle building.
Which is something I really like, because that's interesting, because it leads to a lot of replay with the 10 different characters and 16 characters and 10 agendas. That shuffle build truly is unique most of the time when you play. So
It's 18, right? Because you added 2 after I
you're right, I did.
files off.
I can't be trusted. I'm always adding stuff.
So, question: What was the two? What were the two?
The 2.
I added
You can
one of the robots.
I
And-
believe
and
it
the-
was Azzy and Mo were the 2.
Yep, you're right.
Mo was one that I designed, but we ended up cutting, and then he got put back in. And then Azzy was one that Kurt had designed.
This one, yeah.
Yep.
Not that it matters. I mean, they're not unique or special in any way. We just thought there's some other options and opportunities, and I just thought
it allows
it's
you 18 characters means that everyone can have a full hand in a 6-player game, right?
right, and I think that was probably the bigger impetus. Yeah. So having the war between the energy and the oxygen, I think that's a really cool mechanic. And what I think the thing that I love about this are all these personal objectives. I think that's what makes the game, because obviously if we either want to save the ship or kill the ship, okay, but your motives become very clear. And here, when I have to do something sketchy to get accused, maybe, or someone has to have cards that, you know, might injure someone or might actually be caught doing so, you're still not sure why they did it. And I think that's the real cool part of this game. How early did that come about?
That came about, I would say, midway through the incarnation that you see here. We like once it became the shelf of building decks with the character card and the tracker and all that other stuff, I would say that was one of the last things before it coalesced into the final version of the game. And it was really just a matter of it becomes really clear if everyone on the crew is working towards the same goal, who is crew, if that makes sense. Like, if you only have one thing that you need to do, and 4 players at the table are doing that one thing, it makes it a lot harder for the menaces to hide. So to have crew members who are doing sketchy things is really a balancing mechanism.
Yeah. You know, one of the other things that I think kind of separate this out also is the fact that a lot of like betrayal games, you know, talk about, you know, like werewolf and other things, like, you know, if someone looks shifty, like it's an automatic reason to like vote them out. In fact, sometimes you have to just take a gainer on the first vote because I have to vote for someone, and
right,
here's a reason.
Have a margin of error. In werewolf, you're expected to vote out several townies.
Right, and in this game, doing so is dangerous. It can really hurt you, and that tension makes that decision really hard. And like, you know, I would have loved to have voted you out earlier, but I was like, I was not going to take the chance on that oxygen, and having to make that decision is really cool.
In the end game there, I could just be a complete unrepentant monster and no one could really do anything about it. Like when I played 2 panics in a round, it was abundantly clear to everyone at the table what had happened, but there wasn't you couldn't risk it. The error wasn't there to potentially lose the game on the spot.
Right. Which and I think that's also ingenious that the air counts immediately and the energy is only checked at the end of the round. That's also a really great tension. So anyway, so I really love this game. I think when it launched, we didn't have like distribution went kind of crazy last year, and it didn't get out to enough stores. But this is an amazing game, and I'm so glad that people are getting a chance to really see it in, you know, even virtually here, because it's, I think, one of the best kind of hidden agenda games. I always feel like it's like playing Battlestar Galactica, but you can do it in like 40 minutes, and like that's amazing. You get the same kind of juice and excitement, and it's got more going on than I think a lot of the other kind of hidden trader games. So kudos to you, man.
Yeah, I mean, I loathe hidden trader games. I hate them. And I will play this hands down anytime.
Yeah. Yeah. And I found that as we demoed,
came up a lot during that came up a lot during the pitch process. Is we heard from a lot of playtesters at shows before the game was sold who were saying, "Oh, I hate werewolf, but I really enjoy this," which you know, I think was the thing that helped me get this into Kurt's hands in a lot of ways, was that sales pitch.
Well, and you're right. But what's great about it though is people who loved werewolf will also enjoy this because it still touches the same nerve, but for people who are turned off by some of those aspects, it doesn't have that. So it's a great blend, and that's why I think this game in the end is going to end up continuing to be a staple in this genre. So yeah.
Well, and congratulations on the Origins nom. I know it's not quite a win, but it's nice to be nominated.
Yeah, best card game, man.
Yeah, I mean, for my first major published design to be nominated for an Origins Award is very cool.
Yeah, that is amazing. So listen, AwSHUX is still going to be going on through tonight. Again, tomorrow we have more events coming up. In fact, right after this at 9 p.m., we have a celebrity game of the Night Cage that is happening. So we will have Dan King, the Game Boy Geek. We'll have Mark Streed and Corey Thompson from the Dice Tower and Travis Oates from Above Board TV. So tune in for that. We've got Cinder at 11 o'clock tonight, and then 3 more tomorrow. Meanwhile, man, if you tune into the Night Cage tonight and you love what you see, this is the last weekend you can actually jump in for a late pledge. So if you do, like, it closes down Monday, so make sure you do it this weekend. If you love this stream, cool, just like it, subscribe, and that way you'll see all the new stuff we're going to be doing. We're also going to be starting to have more content a little bit more regularly. So, show you some prototypes and other things we're working on. So, hey, Jeff, thank you so much for being here. Thanks to my team as well. And thank you for joining us. All right, we'll see you again soon.
Later, everyone.
See ya.
Yep.
Good night.
Bye.